Thanks, Anya. Just as a brief primer for some of the audience who may not be aware or who were holidaying on Mars, the UK exited the European Union recently. And initially, the UK did not have any GDPR. It was part of the European Union GDPR. So India's efforts in terms of an all-encompassing personal data protection laws, a data protection authority, a lot of the terminologies in our original ADP bill back in 2019 were based on aligning our data privacy and data protection regime with the European Union GDPR. And this would enable free cross-border transfers. This would enable a lot of trade to exceed its expectations. Now, two things happened. One is UK left the European Union and has its own GDPR framework where they closely aligned with EU GDPR, but they are different. So they are able to negotiate data adequacy on a separate footing to some extent. The second thing is the European Union, the court came up with a Schrems II decision, which effectively went ahead and said that you have to have adequacy determination. The thrust of the European Court of Justice is that they want to limit data flows or free flow of data, because you see data flow still happens. There's a huge amount of data flow which happens. It's just that it is encumbered with significant special clauses, with a lot of limitations, right? So free flow of data requires a significant adequacy determination. So the good thing from an Indian perspective is if we negotiate successfully with the UK based on a robust data protection framework, which our parliament brings in, we could end up being able to convince the European Union as well. Conversely, the UK and the European Union have very significant data flows between each other, as you can understand. And therefore, any negotiation with the UK would be viewed very carefully by the European Union, because there should not be a situation where the UK becomes effectively like a conduit. And this was the issue which came up between US, UK, EU as well, that effectively so much data flows from European Union to the UK and to the US. So there will be concerns regarding that. But I think India has taken significant steps towards achieving some kind of data adequacy. We still have to see the bill in its final shape, how it comes out. There could also be, I think earlier Ashish and Paul both mentioned the impact on trade. So trade brings us back to that old world of the retaliatory measures, right? So there is a good chance that if India goes very aggressive in its data protection law, that there could be some slowdown in adequacy agreements with both the UK and the EU, simply because we could be taking a significant pound of flesh in terms of our localization expectations. So it'll be interesting to watch and see how this shapes out. There are a lot of moving pieces right now.